something for you. This is my very first ever VHT. Yay! And it is badass. And yeah, so this is VHT Special 6 Ultra. Ultra meaning more gain. Just what I need. The settings on this are actually quite simple, and it does a lot for such a little amp. This is only 6 watts of all two. These are hand wired. I still believe they are hand wired in China. That's not a bad thing, as long as they pay attention to what they're doing, just like Americans. I think it's great. It's just the more affordable hand wired amp. Can't complain with that. So anyways, you got your on, low power, and high power, and the standby in the middle. Low power is just half power, so it's 3 watts. And this is really cool. I've never had this on any other amp. I've had where you can choose 5 watts, 10 watts, and all. This is the very first watt indicator that is 100%. Like, so if you want exactly like 5.9, you know what I mean? 6 watts. Very cool. Very fun. Button to say it's on. This is your depth, which is it's in easier modes to say, like, it's unlike the wattage. It has where it, little presets, which is still good. I like that. It's very simple. I actually would prefer this one to have this and then have the depths be like that. Perfect for me. Your texture button is pretty cool. It even has on the manual. It has whenever you record it, like if you wanted the bass to be rolled off, you would keep it in the middle, and then this is a little bit of bass and this is a lot of bass. And you'll see, like, in their manual, whenever you get one, if you get one, the exact of what it will do. I think that's very cool and very unique if you wanted just the roll-off bass in an easy way. This is your tone knob. It's basically just treble. Volume is for the clean channel. This is your clean input, and this is your volume. And also, boost. Now this boost is basically what a TS9 is to any tube amp. So this already has a TS9 built in it. Awesome. I'm all about that life. And then you have your Ultra, which is, here's your gain. And the amp's built fairly well. I haven't had any complaints about it. It takes one 6v6 and two 12AX7s, and that is not a lot for how big a sound this thing carries. I know my Epiphone takes about the same. This thing is beefier, and I'm actually selling my Epiphone Valve Junior head because this is going to replace it, because this is a combo and a head in one. And this is the reason why I got this one. So you have speaker output 1 and 2. I've never had any 6-watt combo or 6-watt head that can actually go into a head with 2 outputs. The Huden-Kettner 2 Meister doesn't even do that. So keep that in mind. There's your what do you call it? Ohms 4, 8, and 16. Your line out to record, effects loop, foot switch, and that indicates the boost. Like the little 2-screamer part. One thing I will say, the effects loop is kind of weak. It's weird. It doesn't come out as clear as I want it to. But for what this price value is, and it being a tube head, the fact that it even comes with an effects loop, Epiphone, you don't usually get that. So, and you see it says hand wired in China. VHT speaker. You have your transformer, and you also have where you can take the speaker out and plug it in there too. So you can actually put this into 3 cabinets if you wanted to. So very cool, very easy. I took off the back because I wanted to let this breathe more and to get to where I can unplug this. Very cool. Alright, so now we're going to hear how it sounds. Alright, so the guitar I'm using, my Gibson SG Menace. I thought since this amp is super raw that I should use a super raw guitar. So anyway, here we go. This is the clean channel on low power. So the clean channel is not going to be completely clean because it's already going to be starting to break up. But I'm starting from the bottom to the top. So that's the wattage all the way down. And you can crank that. So that's at half power. This is full power. This is what I mainly use. I don't really use half power. By the way, this is my settings, your wattage, depth. Let's put the tone here, volume here, and the ultra is not being used right now. So we're gonna, right now the button is in the middle, so we're gonna roll it to the other side. This is full. So it's a little bit bassier. Now another thing cool that I like to keep, that I would like to warn you guys, is this amp is very cool with, you learn a lot about like how the amp breaks up, with how you can control the wattage and the volume. Like say for instance, if you put the wattage all the way up and then the volume all the way down, then you'll get the cleanest tone. Then other than going like this and then turning up your volume, you won't get the cleanest tone, you'll get the breakup. So that's where the valves actually start breaking up. So we're going to put the wattage all the way up and then the volume right about there. And then let's see what we get. So now you can see now the amp is completely clean. Now for 6 watts, that is pretty good. You can, once we start cranking this more, it's going to start breaking up more, which you will hear. And there also is the boost that you start adding, and that's when you start getting into like that, like Stevie Ray Vaughan, like starts breaking up. And it's very cool. It's very I love that. So let's try it now. We're gonna crank the volume a little bit more, so now you can hear how round it will get. And then let's put the depth. We're going to put the depth a little bit bigger so then we can try to get full warm. So now the volume is at 75%, so 3 o'clock. So now you can see, now it's starting to break up. Now I'm actually going to move the camera back a little bit because I'm pretty sure this thing is probably clipping. And now I'm going to engage the boost. I'm going to turn the wattage at halfway and I'm going to engage the boost on the clean channel. So then you can kind of hear. This is still the clean channel, and I actually put the boost knob up, which means I'm engaging the boost, and then I'm turning it all the way, and this is with the wattage at half. So. Now my wattage is, it's about at 4 watts right now. So now you can see now this amp is starting to bring out its full potential of being gained. So now what we're going to do is switch to the drive channel, and you're going to get an earful. So we're going to put the wattage about 9, and then I'm going to bring it up. And then I'm going to go there, I'm going to put this in the middle, and I'm putting the gain at 9. So let's see how it sounds. It's going to start being a lot thinner. And this is low power, by the way. Low power with the wattage at 3. Now, same wattage, but now with full power. Start hearing that button roll off. So now, I'm putting the gain at halfway up. This is without the boost. So. So, let's put up the wattage. Sorry about that. So now the wattage is about at 4. There's a big open distortion. I'm pretty sure my camera's breaking and clipping, so I apologize for that. So now we're going to put the wattage back at the middle. We're going to crank the gain all the way, and this is still without the push-pull tube. Still with the wattage. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna crank the wattage up all the way, and this is the volume on low. So. That's actually a little too loud right now. I'm sure my camera's breaking up. So now we put the wattage back at half, and we're going to engage the volume more. So whenever you engage the volume, you'll see. This is what I'm saying. This amp is amazing for finding tone, and it's just a simple. So that was the volume making that overdrive more gain sound, and that was pushing the amp further with the tubes. That wasn't the gain. See. This is the gain. So and let me warn you, this isn't all the watts. This is only 3 watts. So if you wanted a big low end, you just crank the wattage. The wattage is what gives you the low end. I can't do that right now because either my camera will break up or my neighbors will wake up. So I can't do that. So I apologize. But I can tell you it will do it. And it will still be, it's kind of like a 6505, but a little bit cleaner. It's in between, I would say, a Bogner Ubershaw and a 6505. The very clean, nice smoothness of a Bogner Ubershaw, and then the thinness of the 6505, but of course in a combo and a lot less wattage. So anyway, so now we're gonna hit the boost. You're gonna see. course that's kind of me just random soloing. So that is this. I could even show you how it sounds through a 412. Let's see how that sounds. Alright, so now I have it going through that Marshall Straight cabinet, Straight 1960s B. And I will say too, if you do want more headroom for speakers, we'll definitely do that. But yeah, so this is what it sounds like, and I did not change the settings from the last time I just played, so you'll hear it. It's probably going to be a lot louder. So that was the settings from just like the last part I just did. So let's crank this more. This boost is already on, and let's crank the wattage a little bit. So that was with the wattage at there. I would say that's 4.5. Gain, all of this. I didn't even change the depth. We can change the depth a little bit. Alright, this is with the wattage all the way up. I'm just going to strum one chord because I'm going to wake up my neighbors. So anyways, you can see that this amp is killer. The speaker that comes with this, we thought we're like, oh, we'll just change it with the actual selection. And then we played My Hewed and Kettner through it, and it was the best 112 I've ever heard. So, yeah, this is like a $400 combo, head plus, it's a speaker plus head, or combo, amp. And it is a huge bang for your buck. It actually took me a long time to share this video because I was like, I knew what I was holding on to. And I love sharing stuff with you guys, but sometimes I like keeping stuff for myself for a while and then letting it out, But yeah, VHT is they're like, they used to be like a really high-end amp, and they still are, but they went to a different company now. I think it's like Fiat or something. I think they switched. I don't know the whole history. All I know is if you've ever heard a VHT Pitbull, that is an amp to have. It's like a $3,000 head. It is basically the king of the tightness. Is the super tightest and clearest amp, like the tightest, clearest amp I've ever heard. I want to own one, but I don't want to be unrealistic, and I don't need this many heads as is. So I was like, instead, what can I do to kill the void of spending $3,000 on a head I don't need? So then I bought this little puppy off Craigslist, and yeah. It definitely killed the void. I have a VHT tone, but not that actual VHT tone, because $3,000 is quite expensive, and yeah, I wanted to save my money for this album. So yeah, hope you guys like that. Just a huge, just there's so much to offer with this. It only takes 3 tubes, and this is 6v6 makes me want, like, I wish there's other amps that came with this that I knew that were like affordable. Very cool. If you like this video, check out, I have reviews on all my other amps. This is by far a new one I'm keeping for a while. I'm replacing my Epiphone Valve Jr. which is a 5-watt tube head, and it's just really a one-trick pony. No good cleans. It's good, but it's just not this good for the same price. So I'm selling it. That was my very first tube head, and I upgraded. So anyways, this is all, that upgrading and stuff, that's my opinion. But anyway, subscribe to my channel. Follow my Twitter, Instagram, all that other nonsense if you want. And hope this helps. Bye!